Hi guys, good morning ladies and gentlemen, fellow earthlings. This is Rusty 78609, just pulling through Llano, Texas on the way to Mason, Texas, and then from Mason, Texas to Junction, Texas on the road again. All I can tell you is there are some pleasures to full-time RVing that I really enjoy, and this is it. Being able to go when I want to go, anywhere I want to go, and be in no hurry. That's the key for me. No rush. I've been cruising along about 55 miles an hour, probably getting 14 or 15 miles a gallon, not too shabby. And my estimated time of arrival at South Llano State Park near Junction, Texas is about noon. I wanted to get there a little early in the day because it's supposed to be about 98 there today, and I wanted to get the AC on and get the RV cooled down before the heat load was too much in the direct sunlight. But I think we're going to be okay on that score. And what else, guys, it's all I can tell you is, for those of you that are on the fence about RVing, I'm not going to try to push you off on one side or the other, but is it for everybody? I don't know. I don't know who everybody is or what they choose to do. But for me, I can say that there's a lot. I mean, when I was walking, I went for a short walk this morning before I left, and I walked by some of those houses, and I think to myself, we build our own prisons in that, we have these fixed structures that we live in, and they own us. We don't own them. I'm not saying that my RV doesn't own me. It does in a way, but not like a house, because a house can be a very expensive operation. I know that. I've had several, and very expensive for me. But anyway, do what you got to do well. We're about 30 miles from Mason, Texas. Beautiful clear sky day. Very little wind, and that's always good when you're RVing. You don't have to tow into a headwind. I love that. So that makes it a little nice. But it is a good way to live, guys. I probably got my casita coming in October, which is great. The four-lane highway ends right up here. I've been down this road a lot. But yeah, the casita is coming. The lights are on the tree. It weighs the same as this RV I have now, the Coachman 16-foot Clipper Cadet. But I think it should tow a little easier because of the aerodynamic shape. We'll see. We will definitely see. Coming in October. Just got a confirmation today that the order is submitted and the delivery date will be sent to me, quote, this week. So that would be tomorrow or the next day, and we'll know the exact delivery date for the new casita, which according to Google Home means cottage in Spanish. To me, well, it means little house. I guess a little house is a cottage. I think I said that. But so we go on down the road here, guys. It's really nice. There's some donkeys out there on the left. I just love being able to see new things. Even though I've been down this road, God, I couldn't tell you how many times. Today is like seeing it for the first time. I've been down this road on cold days, rainy days, windy days, and now I've got a sunny, calm day. So, but we've got a nice drive. Junction, Texas is a small town, not much there. The South Llano State Park, I believe, is about 3 miles out of town. I could be wrong on that. The South Llano River is not much. It's a low water river, a spring-fed stream actually, and usually it's pretty low because that's in dry country. Occasionally, like anything else, they get some heavy rains and flooding, but not often. They also have it's like a sanctuary for turkeys. And the rancher that owned that property that he donated to the state, apparently, for the state park, made sure that the turkey population was not going to be interfered with. So there may not be today. Usually in the cooler weather, the turkeys will come right into the campground, and you can see them. I mean, the old males will fan their tail, and or their tail feathers. It's really kind of neat. They kind of bow up to you, so to speak. And that's just the flavor of life, the ingredients of my life. I like that. And then we'll go to Alpine on Thursday morning. That's about a 5-hour drive, no hurry. And then we'll be there for a month, because I will pay for 1 month at the RV park. And after that, I'm not sure. Will I stay 2 months? I don't know. I mean, I may not even finish a month. You know me. I know me. But I am excited about getting the casita, because I think that'll work a little better for me for traveling and living in also, even though I've got to get used to the semi-wet bath. But I've got an outside shower. Should work. The combination of the two should work out just fine for me. And I can always go back to taking, quote, birdie baths. I've done that for off and on for 5-6 years. So it's not a big deal with me. But this is central Texas. Well, actually, we're kind of getting into the western part of Texas now. You see more mesquite and less cedar. The mesquite tree is a kind of a desert tree, got a very deep tap root, and will survive a lot of dry weather. The cedar tree can't make it in a really dry climate like this. I don't know why that is, because they have juniper in New Mexico that are in some pretty dry areas. I guess not too much, because they're not that well suited for deserts, because the cedar tree uses 5 times as much water as a mesquite. That's what I'm told. Is that true? Hell if I know. How would anybody know? They ask them? I mean, and then compare the two answers? I don't know how they do it, but apparently they've done it. Pretty smooth getaway this morning. Yeah, you hear old Bo kind of bowing up here. Of course, I've got it on cruise, and then I've got the tow haul light on, or the deal on, and so it uses more fuel doing that. If I just take it off cruise control and take the tow haul off, I can improve the gas mileage. And I may do that later, but right now I'm just cruising down here in the middle of nowhere. Not much traffic on this road at all. There's 2 cars behind me, because I'm only going 55, and there aren't many places to pass on this road, but they'll make one pretty soon. This is between Llano, Texas and Mason, Texas. It's pretty out here. And you talk about, for you guys that like to deer hunt, this is the deer hunting capital of Texas, right in here. They got a lot of ranches, small and large, that make a lot of money off of leasing their property for deer hunting in the deer season, which usually starts the first weekend of November and runs through, I think, the end of December or first weekend in January, and that's for white-tailed deer. They're not a very big deer. If you killed a white-tailed buck, field dressed 90 or 100 pounds, that would be considered big. Whereas out in West Texas, the mule deer, you can double that. For all of you that wanted to know where San Fernando Creek is, we just passed it. We just went across it. I know, boy, everybody wanted to know where San Fernando Creek was. And County Road 102, there's County Road 102 on the left. But here we go, loop-de-loop on another trip, another adventure. I love this, man. This can be habit. It's habit for me. I mean, I started this 25 plus years ago, and it has gradually just taken me over. I mean, in fact, I didn't enjoy it as much in the beginning as I enjoyed it in the middle and now. I was, because in the first part, I was working at it. I was making Rv'Ing work. I was in a hurry. I had places to be at certain times, and I would break my neck to get there. And, in the middle, I started to slow down my middle years. And now, shit, talk about a turtle. No, I'm in no hurry. I'm going 56 miles an hour, and that'll be it for the whole trip, or all the trips. Man, I'm looking forward to going up to Rice, Texas, and picking up my RV. Yeah, the way I'll do that is the logistics of that will be thus. I'll come back from Alpine whenever this guy's passing on a double stripe curve. Is there anything else you could have picked out, mister? He's from California. Never mind. If you're from California, you're exempt. But having said that, back to the plan. Come back from Alpine, whenever, or that area, in, say, September. Then I'll have a month, and then whenever the casita is ready, what I'll do is I'll pull Arrow out from under the covered home base spot and park it off to the side where I've got a place to park it. And then I'll drive to Rice, Texas, and pick up the casita, bring it back to the home base. I may spend the night on the way at a state park somewhere just for the fun of it, because there's no hurry getting back. And when I leave Rice, Texas, it'll probably be 2 or 3 in the afternoon. It's a solid 4-hour drive, and I don't want to be driving at dark or right in the evening. That's the most dangerous time. So we'll forget that and probably spend the night somewhere within an hour or 2 of Rice, Texas, break it up. But then when we get back to the home base, I'll back the casita in, of course, get it all unhooked and everything. And then the next day I'll start the process of moving stuff from Arrow to the casita. And believe me, I'm going to be very selective. A lot of stuff ain't going to make it. I mean, isn't that amazing? I've downsized, and I still got junk. I mean, it's like paint. Once you get it on you, you can't get it off. I mean, and then my objective, while I'm waiting to sell or waiting for for Arrow, the 16-foot Coachman, to sell, and it will sell. I'll sell it. And again, I mentioned this in this video. For those of you that might want to buy it, I'll sell it to you for $9,500. For anyone else, if they call me, say from Craigslist or somebody locally, it'll be $10,500. That's it. They ain't going any lower. And anyway, what else? But anyway, so I'll get everything transferred, and then I got 2 boxes of stuff left. And I'm actually just going to put a lot of that stuff in a sack and haul it to the dump. I am. I mean, it's stuff that's really hard to get rid of. It's some old golf trophies and, some old memorabilia from when I was a kid. Nobody cares about that crap. My kids don't care about that. I mean, I promise you, when I pass away, whatever's there is going to be thrown in the trash. So I might as well do it myself. If you haven't used it, I know I've said this in other videos, if you haven't used it in 6 months, there's a good chance you don't need it. Or if you haven't used it in a year or looked at it in a year, there's a real good chance you don't need it. If it's a picture or an album or whatever you've hung on to all those years, or some little cute little thing, plaque or something, that's your choice. But for me, it's going. I mean, inside of the casita, I want it clean. I want simplicity personified. You bet. And I don't want to look around and see a bunch of junk. And when I get ready to pull off somewhere, I just want to hook up and not worry about anything on the inside. Just go. Just go. Just pretty much like I do now. As far as doing stuff on the inside now, 5 minutes tops. It's nothing. At one time when I had my first RV, it was, good God, 20 minutes to get everything put away and stuff. And then when I'd get to a campground, I'd take it back out again. Yeah, what the hell was that all about, Rusty? Are you nut? but I did. Like most first-time RVers, that's the way you start out. You think you need all that crap, and eventually, I mean, how many people out there have had RVs, big ones, and that have downsized over the years instead of getting bigger, as opposed to people starting out with a small RV that have gone larger? I imagine there's a few of those, but I would imagine that there's a lot more people that have gone from larger RVs to smaller RVs. And what does that have to do with the price of turnips in Africa? Nothing. So here isn't it pretty though, guys? Look at this, man. How do you spell freedom? You spell it, you can't spell it. You can't really put your hand on it. You know what I mean? You can't feel it, you can't smell it, you can't touch it. This is it though. This is close. This is close. You know what I mean? This is real close. Old Bo's bowing up again here. That's all right, Bo. You know, one of the things I think about too, you know, this is a V6, and of course it gets great gas mileage when I'm not towing, which is most of the time. But when I'm towing, it gets around 14 in that range, depending on the terrain, of course, and the wind and all that crap. But, you know, I could have got a 5.7 liter Hemi Dodge for about, I don't know, $1,500 or $1,800 more. Should I have done that? You know, it's a real question mark, because it really wouldn't have made much difference in my outgo per month. The difference would be I could probably get, the way I drive, I could probably get around 20 in a 5.7 Hemi, because it's rated around 18, and I usually get better than the rating because of my driving habits and the area I live. So, you know, that would be giving up about, let's see, from 25 to 20, let's see, that'd be 20% decrease in miles per gallon, which would mean about a 20% increase in gas per month. So let's just say I use approximately $100 a month now, so it costs me $20 a month, $250 a year. Would it be worth it? It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. You know, that's not a lot of money, but it's $250. You know, two $100 bills and a 50. That's not bad. See, I still think like an accountant, you know what I mean? I take all the numbers, multiply them, and then I annualize them. You know, and you ought to do that with your budget too. You know, you think you don't spend much money on, say, beer or something. Well, take what you spend per day and multiply it times 365. That number will scare you. Or if you smoke, do the same thing. You know, how much do you spend on cigarettes per day? Multiply that times 365. That'll get your attention. Anyway, I'm going to end the video now, guys. This is the Mason County line, so we're about probably 15, 18 miles from downtown Mason, Texas. Not much. It's a small town. I'm going to guess 2,000 population. It's a little higher in elevation than Llano, because we're steadily climbing as we go out to Junction and all the way to Alpine. In fact, all the way to New Mexico. It's just a slow, steady climb, because you go from my home base of about 1,200 feet to anywhere in New Mexico, 4,000 feet. So that's 2,800 feet climb that you have to make in about 400, 500 miles. So you notice that your fuel economy notices it too. But anyway, guys, I'll end the video. But this has just been another one of those driving videos, and I'll give it a cute little name, Rv'Ing times 10 or something. And yeah, you know, it just, again, but I don't want anyone to jump off and do something like I'm doing without thinking it through. I mean, you got to think about my position. I'm 73 years old. All right, that's a lot different than a whole lot of you. I am retired. I've got Social Security coming in, okay, every month. Plus, I got a little bit from YouTube, not much, and a little bit from Amazon, not much, but all of it adds up. And I live, okay? I'm able to live doing this. You know, so you have to look at your own situation. Don't use me as a guide. I am me and you are you. You can use some of the info I provide, but do your own budget. Do your own budget. Multiply your daily cost times 365. Then you got a number you can look at. Okay, guys. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye from moving into West Texas now. This is Rusty 78609 saying bye-bye again. Buy anything you want, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because I'm an Amazon affiliate and I get a small commission for anything you buy. Now, one of the things I don't do that other people do is they will have links to certain products because, see, they get sponsorships from individual products. And I've been offered that by probably 50 different suppliers. Why don't I do that? Because I don't want to do that. I mean, this way, if you decide you want to support the channel, then you use the Amazon link and buy what you want, okay? Something you need. It may be groceries for all I care, doesn't matter. And I get a small commission. It's much less than it would be if it was a sponsored product because they'll cut you some pretty good deals. But you're paying for it. So this way you're not paying for it, with just using the Amazon link. And enough said about that, because some of you are and some of you have, and I appreciate that. What else? Drink plenty of water, 3 or 4 quarts a day. And I know I hammer y'all with this all the time, but it is good for you. It'll help you lose weight, help avoid gout and kidney stones, all that crap. And it's true. Check it out. And what else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deep, hold it for a few seconds, breathe out slowly. Lowers your stress, lowers your blood pressure. If you don't believe me, check it out. I'm not just saying this for the fun of it. These are facts. And what else? Stretch, walk, keep your body in motion. Does that make you feel better? Of course it does. Check it out. What else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. You let in positive ingredients. Next thing you know, you feel positive. Does that work? Try it. But anyway, guys, adios amigos. Bye-bye.